The following program is rated TV MA-LSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences.
You're now tuned into a Planet Fanatics production.
Speaking of lawsuits, the Michael film has been moved to one parts because of a certain lawsuit that Michael was caught up in during his life, and that was that, of course, that we all know the lawsuit. But in that lawsuit, I guess it was in the settlement. It was told that the family did not want, if there were any adaptations ever made of Michael's life, that they were supposed to stay out of it. And they weren't no mentions, no nothing. That. Well, Antoine Fuqua goes and makes this great film, I guess, and then presents it to who is it, Lionsgate, and they look at it, they agree, and then I guess the estate, didn't tell them, hey, you can't put that in there, and they did, and that's like 45 to an hour of the film that they've now had to cut, and now the film is down to one part instead of two parts, and we will see exactly what happens with this film. But we had an article come out from Puck News that said the MJ movie is ready for its close-up. Sorry, this is small text. Let me zoom in on that. It says the MJ movie is ready for its close-up. At this point, the highest stakes film for the next year may be Michael, the Michael Jackson biopic that, due to all the rights issues with the former child, I'm not saying that, had to be totally reconceived by director Antoine Fuqua.
They called him that in this article?
Oh, they did.
When was he ever convicted of that?
He wasn't.
What do we talk? How can you call him that?
They said accuser at the end of it.
Oh, accuser. Got you. I thought they were addressing Michael when they said.
Oh, no. And writer John Logan, additional photography has now wrapped, and the film ends after Jackson's triumphant rise to fame in the 80s. So all of the footage of MJ's later king of the pop and scandal-plagued years, including 2 weeks of shooting at Neverland Ranch, now owned by Ron Burkle, is unusable. Producers Graham King plans to make the second Michael movie that would include all of that stuff, plus a significant amount of additional yet to be shot footage with stars Jafar Jackson, Coleman Domingo, and Miles Teller. But that will now depend on, yes, you guessed it, how the film is received by the audience next April. If it hits, or if it all signs are pointing that direction, the green light for part 2 is inevitable, and if not, producers eat all that used footage. Remember, the Jackson estate is paying for costs associated with the production debacle. Lionsgate and Universal, which have international rights to the film, will attach the Michael film to the Wicked for Good trailer or film in November. Yeah. No, go ahead. It's just I hope they just from what we've heard. The footage, the stuff is great from what we've heard. The stuff with Jafar is great. Jafar really does his thing. You know, the stuff we've heard with Coleman Domingo, the stuff we've heard with Nia Long and everybody else is great. They look the parts for sure. I just really hope that they really haven't botched this so bad that, and how the fuck do you forget as the estate to not tell them, hey, you can't put this in there. You know, if I'm Antonio Fuqua, when I go and make this brilliant film that I presented to them, and now I'm like, oh, well, shit, you got to go back and take an hour out.
Well, first of all, we know who's controlling the estate at this point, and it's not the Jackson family.
Right.
So that's where the disconnect is that the Jackson family is over here probably with Antoine Fuqua. The estate in fucking what's Apple and Blanket or whatever them kids' name is.
It's not Blanket.
They over there doing something completely different. Now, the fact that they had to Apple come from? I don't know what them kids' name is, but this is the two things I want them to show in the movie, and I don't think that this case, the one that they had this whole phony baloney ass agreement with, why should your civil agreement supersede a FBI investigation? If the FBI couldn't find a shred of evidence, why? I guess civil proceedings versus criminal, I understand, but come on, man. Like, anyways, the two things I would like to see them address and acknowledge in this film is, number one, what you just said, that man was investigated by the FBI and found to have none of the things that these children led by their parents accuse Michael from for years, right? I would like to see that. I would also like to see an acknowledgement about the quote unquote surviving children of Michael Jackson in their origin, because I don't think that's necessarily protected. and I would like us to be very clear about how that whole thing went, because I know they have to know.
They don't. Maybe they don't know.
Well, okay, no, I mean the family, the kids. Maybe they've probably been lied to their entire life, but the family knows.
Maybe they don't know.
That makes the movie.
Maybe they don't know.
You believe those are the biological children of Michael Jackson?
No, I'm saying maybe Michael never told the family, like,
what the situation was. Yeah. I mean, he had to have a friend. So you don't just take over guardianship of somebody's random white babies and not tell anybody why.
That mama knows.
Somebody.
The mama knows. The mama knows.
Yeah, somebody knows something. Damn it.
I haven't seen the mama in forever, but
She got her nice little settlement living over in England. I don't have nothing to say about Michael. Close the door.
Yeah, I really hope that they can. I hope they pull this together. Now we're talking about a second film and at a later date instead of, I think, what were they going to do it months apart or a year apart or something like that? How they were going to do them originally, but. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We saw Paris's comments that she made a few weeks ago.
When they're taking over their father's legacy away from his family, I would say it matters quite a bit. It mattered quite a bit to them.
And I'll also say too, I don't know where that currently is. I'm not going to pretend that I was paying attention to it that hard, but I did see that, where Blanket was suing his grandmother.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But then you got Paris's comments from a couple weeks ago about Coleman Domingo when he said that she had been on set and had critiqued the script and things like that. Yeah, well, she came out and said no, that's not true, and she said that the film is going to be what you call it,
romanticized or something.
Yeah, romanticized to appeal to a certain part of his fandom or something like that. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know. Everything I've heard, though, I've heard Jafar is amazing. I've heard that he really captures that young Michael look there. I guess what are we going up to? Since we're ending in the 80s, what are we going up to? Thriller, off the wall stuff?
Yeah.
Hey, you better talk that shit, Culture Made. Every Jackson I've never seen can hit a 2-step and a spin. Every single one. every single one. You ain't never fucking lied. I ain't never seen an untalented Jackson. Randy Jackson talented.
I think I don't know whoever's running the estate now was running the estate when that lawsuit happened, but it's like how does something
it's the
like
kids,
that
right? Didn't they sue for it?
Well, I'm pretty sure. No, I think there's an attorney. You always have an attorney like actually running the estate.
Well, no, I know that they're probably not making doing the day to day or whatever. I'm saying like they're in control of it, right? Like however the verbiage goes,
Bronca runs the estate. One of
John
the lawyers
Bronca runs it. Okay.
So it's like if you were the lawyer back then, you knew. How did y'all let this how? Incompetence. This is just y'all don't know how much money that it costs to Marvel, they have reshoots baked in. This type of reshoots, oh my God.
And where's it coming from? Because again, their mother was she suing for the rights to the estate? Is that what was going through court?
Are we talking about Catherine?
Catherine, yeah. What lawsuit did she just lose recently? There was something going.
Paying attention to it like that.
I know there was a situation where the son no longer wanted to take care of her financially or something there was a court case with that, but that lawyer running that estate, Bronca, yeah, that's insane how that happened.
It says Catherine Jackson has lost several lawsuits and appeals, including a 2014 case where she was ordered blah 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 blah. A lawsuit 2024 appeal against Michael Jackson's estate executors over the sale of his music catalog. She also lost the initial. Yeah, okay, that's what it is.
It's sad, man. It's sad. We just saw this with Biggie. We saw it with Tupac. They passed away. And you got somebody who's really not plugged in with the family controlling somebody's legacy. It's crazy to me. It's sad, man.
Yeah.